Okay, I just can't get enough of you guys. 欢迎你们到德伟老师的中文教室. Welcome back to Teacher Dave's Mandarin Chinese language classroom. If you haven't guessed it by now, I'm Teacher Dave. 我就是德伟老师. I have a bachelor's degree with honors from UCSB that I got way back in ancient history. I also hold a master's degree in religious studies from UCSB. I studied many years of Mandarin and classical Chinese. I traveled in Taiwan and mainland China, and I'm here to share some of that with all of you guys. We're working through our textbook, Conversational Chinese 301 by Kang Yuhua and Lai Siping. Beijing Language and Culture University Press, 2005. That's the text we're using. If you want to go back and look at our lesson videos that we've done so far, we've been working a lot on pronunciation and just doing some basic stuff. We're going slowly through the book. We're currently on lesson 2, so you can get caught up really fast, so don't worry about that. We're also doing a fair amount of getting ahead of ourselves and doing some different stuff, just kind of for fun and to, to get your feet wet a little bit in some more advanced stuff, which is fine. Don't stress about it, obviously. Just, when we're going through the book, make sure you are really nailing down the things that we cover. That way, you're getting the cumulative stuff. And then when we, like today, we're not even gonna use our book. We're gonna do our beach stuff. So we went to the beach, we gathered vocabulary, watched those videos, and you'll kind of see the process. I talked about how I gather vocabulary and how I look it up, and then I, make flashcards or whatever. Go back and review those. So we went to the beach and we wrote down just a bunch of stuff on a piece of paper that we had. We came back, we looked up the characters, we made a few flashcards, we're studying our vocabulary, and then as promised, I have made a few simple substitution drills. We're gonna play with our beach vocabulary a little bit. So don't stress about it. This is a mess. This is my mess of paper. This is what we're gonna do right now. I apologize. I could make a tidy worksheet out of this. It would be really good. I sort of floundered around when I was trying to make it kind of neat, and then when I got to the vocabulary part, I made a mess of it. But I will show you this for a few seconds if you want to screenshot it. Maybe you can see some of it. It's notes for me. It's not really notes for you, but here it is, party people. Da da na 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 na. Can you see that? Do 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 do. All right. Geopardy, as our friend Bob used to say. Bob was a big Geopardy fan. Okie dokie. So, let's do this, shall we? Let's go over our vocabulary really quickly. And this isn't the comprehensive list. This is the, we went to the beach, we had our scratch paper, we wrote our stuff down because this was in our backpack. And then we got home and we looked up a few characters and wrote down the pinyin. Right? Then we're like, hey, let's get serious about this. Let's make some flashcards. Remember when we do our flashcards, we always want to learn it from English to Chinese. That way your brain won't cheat. Then when you go back the other way, it's much easier when you go from Chinese to English. So, how do you say beach? Hai tan, hai tan. That's our aspirated H. Remember? Hai tan. Right? Okay, another flashcard. Seagull. How do you say that? Hai o. High O, another aspirated H. High O. We're cooking now, aren't we? Oh, waves. How do you say waves? Hai lang. Hai lang. Good. So you get the picture. And I'm getting warm. I made a lot of videos today, so I'm kind of losing my voice. That's okay. We still have our water. Not much of it, though. We're going to have to conserve it. Okay, let's go over our vocabulary. You ready? Repeat after me, please. Hi, oh. Hi, oh. So what is that again? Seagull. Yay. 贝壳. 贝壳. B-E-I, fourth tone. K-E, second tone. Are shells. Shells. She sells seashells by the seashore. 44只狮子. We need to do our tongue twisters, huh? Tongue twisters are awesome. Talk about building your muscles. Building your tongue muscles and your jaw muscles and all that good stuff. Learning new sounds. Tongue twisters are a great tool. 海玻璃. 海玻璃 is how we're saying sea glass. 海就是 ocean or sea. 玻璃 is glass, so we're just going with a real literal translation there. 海玻璃. Okay. 海玻璃 is sea glass. 水母. 水母. Remember 水, 喝水的水 is water, and 母, 母亲的母 is mother. So 水母 is water mother, and that's how we say jellyfish, apparently. I did not know that. Okay, here's a hard one, and we didn't go over this one, so here's a new one as well. Repeat after me. 人. 人. Now that's our difficult initial. That would be R-E-N, second tone, and it means a person or a man, and it's that kind of like 人. 人. It's like an SH meets an R. 人. 人. Can you do that? Can you hear it? 人. That's a tough one. How about this? 钓鱼. Remember, 一, 乌, 鱼, 鱼. 钓鱼 is to go fishing. 钓鱼 or fishing, not to go fishing. 钓鱼就是 fishing. So if I say 人钓鱼，我有看到人钓鱼。I saw a person fishing. 我有看到钓鱼的人。I saw a person who was fishing. Okay, good. 人钓鱼 or 钓鱼的人. Okay, we saw paragliding. I apologize to all you frequent flyers out there. First I called it hang gliding, then I called it parasailing. So I apologize. It's paragliding. That's where they actually carry their parachute up the mountain in a big backpack. They take it all out, they get it up in the air, and they jump off. And they go sailing down. It's amazing. But we learned that is 滑翔伞运动. 滑翔 is to soar. 伞 is like an umbrella, or in this case, a parachute or whatever they call them. And 运动 is a sport. 滑翔伞运动 paragliding. That's a mouthful. And obviously I didn't know that one before. I didn't know it in English. How would I know it in Chinese? That's silly. Because I'm silly. Anyway, moving on. 海带. Hai, remember, is sea or ocean. Dai is hai dai is seaweed. Hai dai. And I think Siri came up with something else. I think it was, what did Siri come up with? 海藻. Hai zao. And I tend to believe Siri. Hai dai is what I've always said. Maybe that's, to be eaten and not seaweed in general. But anyway, I'm going to go with hai dai until one of you corrects me. And don't feel bad about correcting me, party people. I won't feel bad. This is a learning process. My goodness. If you're too attached to your ego and you're trying to learn a language, good luck to you. Because you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to take chances, take risks. And like I was saying before, it's like, so what if I say hai dai? And I'm, among a group of marine biologists, and they say, oh, Dave, we don't say hai dai. We say whatever that was, the other, what did I just say? Hai zao, right? We say hai zao. No big deal. At least it got you there, right? It got you to the point where you actually can be corrected. Now you go home and you fix your flashcard, throw the old one out the window, make a new one, say it 1,000 times, and you'll certainly never forget it after having been chided and corrected by that room full of marine biologists. I know I always hang out with rooms full of marine biologists, and I'm sure you do as well. So just apologize and move on. So here's another literal translation for you. Sand crabs, we're going with 沙蟹. 螃蟹的蟹. 螃蟹 are crabs. And 沙滩 的沙 is sand. So we're going with 沙蟹. And the 蟹, that's our X sound, right? Just like 谢谢. It's homophonous. It sounds exactly the same, but it's written differently. So there you go. Totally different character. 沙蟹. That's a good pronunciation practice, isn't it? Because we get sha right next to 蟹. Sha xie. I could make a good tongue twister out of that, I'll bet. Here's another one that we didn't learn yet. So cute. 两 is how you say two of something. 两. And a measure word for go, dog. Repeat after me. Go. I almost said repeat after me, dog. Well, you can do that if you want, but I think our English is pretty good. I also teach English as a second language. But I digress. Go is a dog, right? 一只狗, one dog. 两只狗, two dogs. Now, when we were at the beach, how many dogs did we see, party people? 我们有看到两只狗. We saw two dogs. 我们在, that's our DZ sound, pronounced ZAI, fourth tone. That's to be in or at a place. 我在海滩有看到两只狗. 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 At the beach, I saw two doggies. Good. 两只狗. How about little dog? Little is 小, X-I-A-O, third tone. 两只小狗. 两只. Wait a minute. 一只狗. Do I have the tone right on 只? I think it is. I'll go back and check that. I apologize if I'm getting the tone wrong. Heaven forbid we get a tone wrong in Chinese. Right, party people? Right. So we're going to throw our ego out the window. I haven't been doing this for many years, so I'm going to forget some stuff. But no big deal. For right now, we're going with 两只小狗. It's two little dogs. But I'm thinking that the measure for dogs might be second tone. I'll check. Okay, good. Let's leave the measure word out. When in doubt, we'll just say dogs. 狗. 有没有看到狗？有，我有看到狗。我有看到两只小狗。Anyway, I apologize for that. My apologies. I'll look it up in a minute and get back to you. Okay, good. So let's do our little substitution drills with that vocabulary. Okay, you ready? Maybe we'll just leave the dogs out of it for now, since I'm confusing myself with measure words for dogs. Anyway, I don't want to rack my brain too hard. Might break something. Okay, repeat after me, party people. 你昨天有没有去海滩? More slowly. Here we go. 你, that's you, right? 昨天, that's Z-U-O, second tone. 昨天, T-I-A-N, first tone. 昨天, remember when we did our day and date, is yesterday, right? Now, the way that we ask a question in Chinese, we mentioned before how we reduplicate our verbs, which sounds redundant, but that's what we called them back in the day, reduplicative verbs. So it seems like it would just be duplicative, but we're going with reduplicative. We're going to redouble down on our double down. Let me reiterate my reiteration of my reiteration. We'll just be redundant. You say, 有没有? 有没有? So 有 is to have, 没有 is to not have. 有没有去? Did you go? 你有没有去? Did you or did you not go? That's how you would say it. 你有没有去海滩? Did you go to the beach? 你有没有去海滩? If you want to cheat, you could just say 有。我有去海滩。我昨天有去海滩。Okay. 好朋友，你昨天有没有去海滩? If you wanted to say no, I didn't, you could just say 没有。没有, and that's it. Or you could say 没有，我昨天没有去海滩。Or you could say 有，我昨天有去海滩。You could say 有，我昨天有开车去。开车去。I drove my car and went 海滩 to the beach. 我昨天有开车去海滩。我昨天 有开车去海滩。Good. 那么好朋友，你昨天有没有去海滩？ How would you answer? 有，我昨天有去海滩。我昨天有开车去海滩。你昨天有没有去海滩？ Did you go to the beach yesterday? 有，我昨天有开车去海滩。I did. Yesterday I drove my car to the beach. Okay. Fun, huh? Okay, repeat after me. 你昨天 I'm sorry. 你在海滩 So, when you were at the beach, 你在海滩有看到什么？你在海滩有看到什么？在 That's Z-A-I, fourth tone. That's our D-Z sound. 在 means to be in or at a place. 你在海滩有看到什么？看 is to see. 看到 is a completion of action. So what did you see? You're talking about it already happened, right? 我有看到贝壳。I saw some shells. It puts it in the past. It's a completion of action. Okay? 你在海滩有看到什么？什么 is what? So that's how you would say, what did you see at the beach? 你在海滩有看到什么？ Or, when you were at the beach, what did you see? Another way to say when you were, at the beach, you could say, 你在海滩的时候 that time, 的时候 is that period of time when you were at the beach. If you say, 你在海滩有看到什么? It's just like when you were at the beach. It's more emphasizing the location. What did you see at the beach? What did you see when you were at the beach? What did you see at the beach? 你在海滩有看到什么? And then how would you answer that? You'd say, 我在海滩有看到 and then fill in the blank. Right? 我在海滩有看到海鸥. What are 海鸥? 海鸥 Seagulls. 我在海滩有看到海鸥. Okay, good. So let's do some substitutions. 你在海滩有看到什么? So what did you see at the beach? Let's do 海鸥. 好朋友，你在海滩有看到什么？海鸥 Try to answer. The answer would be, 我在海滩有看到海鸥. Good. 你在海滩有看到什么？贝壳 How would you say, at the beach I saw shells? 我在海滩有看到贝壳。贝壳。我在海滩 有看到贝壳 I saw shells at the beach. What about 海玻璃? What was that again? Sea glass, right? 你在海滩有看到什么玻璃 How would you answer using 玻璃你在海滩有看到什么我在海滩有看到玻璃 I saw sea glass at the beach. Okay, good. What about with our 水母, our jellyfish? 你在海滩有看到什么 How would you answer? 我在海滩有看到水母 I saw a jellyfish at the beach. 我在海滩有看到水母 Very good. 你在海滩有看到什么我在海滩有看到很多水母 A whole bunch of jellyfish. Okay. What about a man fishing? 人钓鱼你在海滩有看到什么我在海滩有看到人钓鱼我在海滩有看到人钓鱼 I saw a man fishing. Oh my goodness. We're not going to do our paragliding. Let's just repeat the phrase itself, okay? 滑翔伞运动滑翔伞运动滑翔伞运动滑翔伞运动What about seaweed? 海带你在海滩有看到什么我在海滩有看到海带 At the beach I saw seaweed. 我在海滩有看到海带 What about 沙蟹 What are 沙蟹 Sand crabs, right? 你在海滩有看到什么我在海滩有看到沙蟹 Good, right? And we had our little 两只小狗 our two little doggies, right? We saw our 滑翔伞运动的人 right? We saw our people paragliding. Maybe we'll come back to those later. Those are a little more difficult, right? And I need to research my tone mark on my dog. I'm going with ZHI first tone for now. You can hold me to that. And if I get it wrong, you can ding me on my quiz. We're almost done with lesson 2, party people. You're going to get another quiz. Jimmy, no peeking this time. We had to reprimand Jim in the corner. Jim's always sitting in the back in the corner, and he likes to look at other people's papers. But we know Jim. Jimmy. Okay, good. Let's do another one. Okay, so we talked about reduplicating our verbs, right? 有没有 It means have or not have. Now I can say, for example, I asked you guys to go out and buy this book, right? You can get them super cheap on Amazon. So I can say, Jimmy, 你今天有没有书? Do you have your book today, Jimmy? 有没有书? Jimmy never brings his book to class. He never has anything to write with. Jim. Not sure Jim's gonna pass. He's coming to my office hours, so there's still hope. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I can say, 你有没有书? Do you have a book? 你有没有书? So literal translation is, you have not have book. 你有没有书 means, do you have a book? Good. So I can say, 你有没有看到贝壳? What does that mean? To kan, remember, is to see. 看到 is completion of action, right? 你有没有看到贝壳? Shells. Did you see any shells at the beach? So, 你有没有看到贝壳? Now, the easy answer is 有. Leave it at that. 有. If you 再见, if you feel like being rude, like our man Wang on a minute ago. Someone said, "Oh, how's your health?" And he said, "Oh, great, bye." I don't think he wanted to talk about it. No, 你身体好吗? It doesn't literally, it means literally how's your health, but it's just a way of saying how's it going, right? But we were being silly with our textbook stuff. Okay? So, if I say we're still on, let's do hi oh, seagull, right? 你在海滩有没有看到海鸥? Wow, what does that mean? So we always do location first. So the 在 is going to come early in the sentence. 你在海滩 when you're at the beach 有没有看到海鸥? Did you or did you not see? 有没有看到海鸥? Seagulls. 你在海滩有没有看到海鸥? 有。我在海滩有看到海鸥. Remember we talked about when you're learning Chinese, it's very helpful if you try to repeat as much of the sentence structure used back when you repeat the question as you can. That will help you to, it's a guide, first of all, to how to answer the question, but it's also going to help cement the grammar. So if I say, 你有没有 something, you say 我, or say 有, and then try to repeat, follow that structure. So, 你在海滩有没有看到海鸥? The answer would be 有。我在海滩有看到海鸥. So you see how I said it back almost exactly the same as I heard it. 你在海滩有没有看到海鸥? 有。我在海滩有看到海鸥. 我 remember is I. 你 is you. 你在海滩有看到海鸥吗? Oh, there's our question particle. 你在海滩有看到海鸥吗? Did you see seagulls at the beach? Oh my, that's another one. 你在海滩有看到 blank吗? We'll put that at the end. Bonus question. Right? So, you guys can have all kinds of fun now. Get a study buddy. Pair off. And you can kind of quiz each other. You can say, hey, 你在海滩有看到海玻璃吗？你在海滩有没有看到玻璃？有，我在海滩有看到玻璃。I saw glass, or 海玻璃 is what we were going with. Sea glass. Good. Okay, so let's do a few of these. You ready, party people? I'm going to ask the question, and you try to answer it the way we've been doing. See how we do. Okay. This is a tough one. Ready? 你在海滩有没有看到小狗 ？Little dogs. 小狗. See, I fibbed, didn't I? I put dogs back in there. 你在海滩有没有看到小狗？有，我在海滩有看到小狗。I saw little dogs at the beach. 我在海滩有看到两只小狗。两只小狗。That tone is haunting me. I'll get it. I'll get back to you. It's the tone on the 字, the measure word for dog, that I'm struggling with. 你在海滩有没有看到海鸥？ How do you answer? 你在海滩有没有看到海鸥？有，我在海滩有看到海鸥。你在海滩有没有看到人钓鱼？你在海滩有没有看到人钓鱼？ Did you see anybody fishing? 有，我在海滩有看到人钓鱼。Or you could say, 我在海滩有看到钓鱼的人。How are you doing with your R sound? 人 Exaggerate it. Exaggerate your tones. Go slowly. Exaggerate them. Will really benefit you later. Like I've said, I'll say it again. Chinese is a tonal language. There's so many homophones. I think that the example I gave before was the syllable yi. If you take all the tones, you just look up all the characters that are spelled yi. There are over 20 of them. There are only 4 tones. So there aren't enough tones to go around. So that means there are a lot of homophonous characters that sound the same in Chinese. So if you don't learn your tones, you're going to be misunderstood. I mean, context is great, right? But you're going to be misunderstood. You're going to have a hard time understanding, right? If you're not recognizing tones, right? And then if you take the time to learn the tones, you'll get so much more respect, so much more street cred. People will know that you put in the time, because this is not easy, party people. So take your time, go slowly at first. I know we get ahead of ourselves with all this Yo-Mayo and all this stuff. But we're also going through the book very slowly. So don't worry, just have fun with it. Relax, go slow, learn your tones, do your best. What else can you do? 你在海滩有没有看到滑翔伞运动的人？ we're not going to do that. That was our paragliding. That's our extra credit. 有，我在海滩有看到滑翔伞运动的人。Okay, let's do that last question that we just came up with. Our number 4. 你在海滩有看到海鸥吗？ That's just, did you see seagulls at the beach? 你在海滩有看到海鸥吗？我在海滩有看到海鸥。你在海滩有看到贝壳吗？有，我在海滩有看到贝壳。I saw shells at the beach. So completion of action, you can use with other verbs. 找 is to look for. Where am I going here? 找 right? 找到 So 找 is to look for. 找到 is to find. 找 is to look or find, and 找 is to look. 找一找 look for something. 找到 is the completion of looking, which is finding. Okay, so what if I said, 你在海滩有找到贝壳吗？你在海滩有没有找贝壳？ Did you look for shells at the beach? 有，我在海滩有找到很多贝壳。I found many shells at the beach. 你在海滩有找玻璃吗？你在海滩有没有找海玻璃？ I'm getting way ahead of myself, and I'm exercising myself on the tones. It's difficult, huh? 你在海滩有没有找玻璃？你在海滩有没有找海玻璃？有没有找海玻璃？ Did you look for sea glass at the beach? 有，我在海滩有找到很多玻璃。I found a lot of glass at the beach. 我在海滩有找到很多海玻璃。我在海滩找到了很多海玻璃。Getting way ahead of ourselves. Why do I do that to myself and to you guys? 你在海滩有看到海玻璃吗？ How would you answer that? 你在海滩有看到海玻璃吗？ Did you see any sea glass at the beach? 有，我在海滩有看到很多海玻璃。I saw a lot of sea glass at the beach. Okay, that's tough, right? We floundered around with it. We're having some fun. Okay, let's do let's just do this handful of vocab. Repeat after me, please. 海鸥 seagull. 贝壳 shells. 海玻璃 sea glass. 水母 jellyfish. 人钓鱼 a man fishing, or 钓鱼的人 a man fishing. 滑翔伞运动 paragliding. 滑翔伞运动的人 people paragliding. 海带 seaweed. 海带沙蟹 sand crabs. 沙蟹 Just going with the literal translation until the marine biologists correct me. 小狗 little dogs. 小狗好朋友，你在海滩有看到小狗吗？ What does that mean? 你在海滩有看到小狗吗？ Did you see any little dogs at the beach? 有。我在海滩有看到小狗。Good. 你在海滩有没有看沙蟹？ Did you see any sand crabs at the beach? 有。我在海滩有看到沙蟹。I saw sand crabs at the beach. 你在海滩有看到海带吗？ What does that mean? Good. Means, did you see any seaweed at the beach? 当然 Of course. 海滩的海带很多。There's a lot of seaweed at the beach. 当然，然 R-A-N second tone. 当 D-A-N-G first tone. 当然 of course. Repeat after me. 当然 Say it with conviction, party people. Okay. 你在海滩有看到什么？ You say something. 什么 is what? 好朋友，你在海滩有看到什么？ What did you see? Correct. You saw it. Whatever you said you saw. 海玻璃、贝壳、海鸥都可以。Any of those would be a good answer, right? 你在海滩有没有看到海鸥？ Oh, good. You saw seagulls at the beach. 有。海滩的海鸥很多。Many seagulls at the beach. Or the seagulls that were at the beach were many. What about something you didn't see? What didn't you see at the beach? 书。你在海滩有没有看到书？没有。我在海滩没有看到书。There weren't any books on the beach. Wouldn't that be silly? Go gathering books on the beach. Who does that? 你在海滩有没有看到剪刀？剪刀 or scissors. 剪刀石头布 That's how you play scissors, rock, paper. 剪刀石头布，剪刀石头布，剪刀石头布。剪刀， 你在海滩有没有看到剪刀？当然没有。Of course we didn't. 我们在海滩没有看到剪刀。That's silly. So how are we doing? You get the hang of that? I think that's a lot. That's a lot of that. Anyway, was it fun? Did you enjoy our little page, our messy page of fun? We hope you did. Good. Now grab a buddy, grab a few snacks, a few of your favorite fruity beverages. Go to the beach, have a picnic, quiz each other, have a beautiful day. Peace and love to you and yours. I know it's a difficult time out there for a lot of people, economically and just stressfully stressful. All the stuff that's going on with the economy and politics in the world, and we don't get into that here, but blessings and peace and love to you and yours. And I hope you're doing great. I do appreciate you attending my class. I need to up my viewership, so please subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about it if you would be so kind, and press like on the video and share it with your friends. And that's the best we can do. I'm Teacher Dave. This is Dave's Mandarin Chinese classroom. I appreciate you so very much, and I'm signing out for now. So again, peace and love to you and yours, and bye for now. Toodles.